Over the last few months, since the announcement of Black Frost: The Long Dark 2, Raphael, the founder and head of Hinterland, has been more involved with the community on Reddit. There was a post a few weeks ago about the state of the PlayStation Visual Enhancements update, and it turns out he just released another update about the entire PlayStation platform. The good news is that the updates are coming and that Hinterland is finally communicating with us more often. The bad news is, well, you will see. First, I want to say that the original Reddit post is linked in the description if you want to check it out. I will only do a brief summary of the major takeaways, but I would also recommend you read the whole thing as well. I'll be breaking down this video into 3 sections: the PS4 Crashes, the PS5 SDK Issue, and the Visual Enhancements update. You can use the timestamps in the description if you want to skip or repeat a section. The reason the PS4 version of The Long Dark has been crashing a lot over the last few years is because the game doesn't have enough memory to run. The game has grown to the point that even the PS4 can't run it properly. This is the same issue the Nintendo Switch had, which resulted in an update that would reduce the overall quality of the game to save on memory. By stripping the game of the higher level LODs, or levels of detail, the game should run much smoother. This would mean that the visual quality of things in the distance will be decreased, but Raphael noted it won't be very noticeable in some places. It won't be as much of a drastic change as it was for the Switch, but it will help optimize the PS4 version of the game to run more smoothly. As for the crashes on the PS5, this is because the PS5 is running the PS4 version of the game, which emulates the hardware limitations of a PS4. Once the native PS5 version releases, these issues will disappear for the PS5, allowing for the game to take advantage of the more powerful PS5 hardware. The PS5 SDK issues were mentioned in the previous post Raphael made and shared on Reddit. To summarize, an SDK, or a software development kit, is used to make sure the game can run on a specific platform. In this case, we are talking about the PS5 SDK, which seems to not work well with the Long Dark and the version of Unity engine it runs on. I have long suspected that the Long Dark runs in an older version of Unity, and Raphael confirmed it here. Basically, the only way to get the Long Dark to work the way Hinterland wants it to on PS5 is to upgrade to a newer version of Unity. Upgrading to a newer version of a game engine can have pretty serious consequences, leading to a lot of dev time used to fix bugs that are caused by switching. It's not as easy as it seems. Imagine if the Long Dark was a puzzle that had some old and worn puzzle pieces. The replacement pieces may fit nicely where the old ones were, but some of them are not the right size. The puzzle then needs to be recombined in order for all the new pieces to fit in. This analogy isn't exactly accurate, but I hope it makes the issue with upgrading engines make sense. Raphael estimates the upgraded version of the Long Dark for PS5 will take about 5 to 6 weeks to be built and tested, and another 2 weeks to get through the PlayStation certification. Assuming nothing goes wrong, the native PS5 version of the Long Dark will be ready in about 2 months. The visual enhancements for PS5 are working, according to Raphael, but the company does not want to focus on one platform and leave another behind. Their goal is to fix all of the issues for both PS4 and PS5 versions of the Long Dark before releasing any updates. This would include the crash fixes for PS4, the native PS5 version of the game, and the visual enhancements for both platforms. The PS4 will only have a few of the visual enhancements, while the PS5 should be able to take advantage of all of them. Raphael concluded by saying the release window for these updates is mid to late September, with more news at the end of August. While this isn't ideal, and Raphael acknowledges they know that these issues have been frustrating for the affected players, they're working as fast as possible to fix all of them at the same time. Personally, I really appreciate the increase in communication with the community, which I hope continues to improve over time. There is one thing I would like to add to conclude this video. If I were you, I would not expect Wintermute Episode 5 to release this year. To me, these PlayStation issues seem unexpected and have now likely taken a good portion of 2025 to resolve. Unless Wintermute Episode 5 is literally ready, it just requires these updates to roll out first. I cannot see a future where the Wintermute finale is out before holiday 2025. I hope to the Darkwalker I'm wrong, but I'm not holding my hopes up for a 2025 release anymore. It is probably better to temper your expectations. We all know they are working as hard and as fast as they can, but working hard and fast doesn't usually equal the best results. Especially in game development, a lot can go wrong at the drop of a dime. If you want more The Long Dark content, I've been making lore videos for the game for a few years now. You should check out these videos on the end screen. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like for the algorithm so I can keep making them.